cashew, macadamia, almond, Brazil, hazelnut. You call it pecan, we call it pecan. Walnuts, so many nuts. That's something I always travel with. Because if there's not much to eat, I can always buy a banana and an apple in the airport and I've got nuts. It's not a great meal, but it's better than just about anything you can get there, and I'll eat better in the next meal. Nuts are low in carbohydrate. To ensure that you're getting your essential fibre, protein and fat, we suggest you increase the legume, seed, nut part of the meal and decrease the grain part of the meal. I eat a very low carbohydrate diet. I eat a high fibre, high protein, generous, healthy fat diet. So what was my breakfast this morning? I had quite a bit of grapefruit. I had a few almonds. I had probably maybe 3/4 of a cup of tofu, and I had about 3/4 of a cup of the beans. There's my breakfast. Low carbohydrate, high fibre, great proteins, and yes, I did ask for some olive oil to put a bit more olive oil on my breakfast. And I had my little travelling kit of cayenne pepper in there. It boosts hydrochloric acid that helps you to break your protein down. My stomach feels wonderful. My stomach's saying thank you very much for that. There's no heaviness. If you have heaviness, you've got to seriously address, what did you eat? Make some adjustments. Make some adjustments. Your stomach can tell you what no test in the world will tell you. Because there is no one like you. You've got to do what works. And in 1 Thessalonians 5:21, the Bible says, prove all things. Got that? Prove. And this is a great week for you to prove different things in the foods that are being served to you. You might look at the food and think, I'd eat that, wouldn't eat that. For a high carbohydrate diet this morning would have been a whole plate of potatoes and 4 slices of bread. You see that? So because we do buffet, we give you the choice. And there are probably some strong young men here that would need a bit more carbohydrate than what I have. I have some young men. I think my youngest is 26, my oldest is 45, the 4 boys. They had a bit more carbohydrate than me. And my eldest son, James, he's worked out big time. Poor James was born with my body type, little. No boy wants to be little. He's certainly taller than me. He won't be 6 foot, but I think he's about 5'9". So what he did to build himself up, looks like a bodybuilder today. He was holding his little niece not long ago, this little baby, and I think his arm was bigger than the little baby. How did he do that? Worked out. He worked out. He worked out intensely, and he had a diet that was high in fibre, generous proteins and great fats. He said to me, Mum, bodybuilder.com, they say exactly what you're saying here. They used to say carb loading. You probably heard that. They don't say that now because the carb load will give a quick high and then a corresponding dump. These are the things that give the distance. They're the foods that the diabetic will find, will take them the distance. Time-restricted eating. Time-restricted eating came out of the 5-2 diet, the intermittent fasting diet. What's time-restricted eating? Eating twice, 6 hours apart in a 24-hour period.